Welcome to the Bad Tutors podcast. If you're here for the newest, up-to-date, accurate information on the nerdy topics that are near and dear to your heart, well, let me tell you, you ended up in the wrong place. Here, we're all about hot takes and grandiose displays of misinformation. So stick along for the ride, and you might just blow a blood vessel or two. So, Ian, we are...
ASMR, Tyler?
Yeah, I have Luna sleeping in the other room, so apologies if I'm essentially whispering into your ear while you are... what would Bennett be doing at this time of year? Shoveling the driveway?
Shoveling snow. Yeah, probably shoveling snow.
Yeah, apologies, Bennett. We are 11 days away from the game that I've anticipated the most in my entire life. Monster Hunter Wilds comes out February 28th, and this is being recorded February 27th, almost February 18th.
17th?
That's what I meant.
Not 27th?
Yep, 17th. Almost the 18th, because it's late at night. And this is just going to be like a final recap of everything that is not spoilers, and kind of just a little bit more about the world that we know so far.
And a little bit more of our just final thoughts before the launch.
Of course.
Tyler's going to tell us the real information, then I got a couple of questions here about our last takes before we actually see everything, because I believe you played a bit of the beta. I did not, because my PC is dog shit and can't even run it.
Yes, so the first open beta I played, I think it was available this past weekend and the weekend before that for open beta testing again. And I didn't play during that because I have forgotten enough of what I've played. Not what I've played, but what I saw. Like all the little things in the map and everything. Then I'll still come back to it and be like, oh yeah, that's right. And have like a very cool new game experience where I didn't ruin it by playing 90 hours in the open beta testing. That being said, when the first open beta came around, and I think in this latest beta too, we only had the windswept plains. That was called.
Yep, Windward Plains.
Windward, yes. And in that we have Raydao, Balahara, and Doshiguma. Oh, and Chatakabra were the monsters that you fight all four of them. I did successfully hunt all four of them. Trevor got in with the Raydao hunt on me. It was very fun. He's an extremely cool monster. And they also have another monster that I didn't get to hunt because it wasn't in the beta. And it might have been in the latest betas, but I didn't play. That's Kemetris.
I was just looking at that, thinking about how to pronounce it.
Yeah, Kemetris, I think, is probably my best guess. It's a brute wyvern, fire rooster.
Okay.
Very, very cool. I watched a little bit of the video where they announced it. Very cool looking stuff. That's it for the plains. I want to talk about the oil well basin next, which was the third locale that we figured out. So just to recap, we have Windward Plains, we have the Scarlet Forest, and now we have the oil well basin. And in the oil well basin, that's going to be like your volcano kind of locale, I suppose, where you get oil kind of welling up from the ground and making these deep oil pools, and then the inclemency, or the inclement weather, is known as fire spring. The oil fields light on fire. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and I cannot express how it was a little jarring, but it was not to the point where it was like cut change between the different states of the maps.
Okay, I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah,
So,
how that felt.
so it was you usually start in a drought where resources are scarce, and then you'd have the inclemency, which was in the Windward Plains a massive thunderstorm and some sand whipping around, and then you get to the abundant state of the map, and it kind of flips between abundant, inclemency, drought, inclemency, abundant. It kind of like flows back and forth rather than going from abundant to drought. From what I can recall. Remember, I was hunting monsters the entire time with dog shit gear, so I had to kind of focus on that. But we have 3 monsters that we know for the oil well basin. I'll start off with the 2 monsters that are more regular to the locale. The first one is Rampopolo. Are you looking at this thing, Ian?
Oh, I was looking at him, yeah. Now that I'm looking at him again, I think we've talked about him before, just between ourselves. He reminds me of a Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like a very tumorous Mind Flayer, but a Mind Flayer nonetheless.
He looks like, or this monster looks like a mass of tumors. It's got a big tail that looks like a tumor, and then it has 2 ridges down its, like from its shoulders down towards its tail, that kind of run parallel down its back that look like tumors. And then on either side of its head, it's got these 2 bulbs that look like tumors. I don't know how to say anything besides tumor when I look at this guy, but
the only thing that isn't tumors is legs, beak, and spike.
Yeah. So it's the description is that it's a brute wyvern. It lives in the oil silt of the area, and it can spray toxic gas and inject gas into the ground. It's gonna be
oh god, we're getting so much fucking poison back.
A poisonous kind of monster
Gross.
to fight. Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
Look, I know.
It looks cool.
I know.
Poison's just the worst.
I know. It's awful, but
we're gonna get to the other reason why I'm saying that soon.
It's using the map. It's all of the monsters are like actively changing the map in a very cool way when you fight them. We have a new fanged beast that is called a Jarakan or Ajarakan. It's got like these spine kind of protrusions, or like almost like rock is growing up off of it, and it kind of looks like flames. Like the shape it makes is kind of like how you would draw like a symbol for fire
as a kid.
Yeah. And so it's infused with metal in its body, and it looks like, from the description, it can scrape its claws against its body to create some kind of fire effect.
I'm guessing that means it's going to throw fire at us, because it says
probably
like, so that could be interesting.
Yeah. And then we have the big guy. We don't know anything about him. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he probably has 8 tentacles, maybe 6.
Oh, fuck! I'm realizing something. Please continue. I realize what monster type this is, and I'm thinking of a different monster type that I've been wanting to fight for a long time that falls under that same category.
So this is New Udra, and it just says the Black Flame. And it's interesting. There's a couple of these kind of monsters that we don't know a classification for, and I think that's good. We shouldn't know everything about the game before we go into it. I think that there's going to be a lot of legend and story behind these monsters. Kind of like how they've always tried in Monster Hunter. But now it's coming from kind of like how World was like, oh, these are all new monsters, we don't know anything about them, we need to explore them and learn about them. Wilds is like, you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. You are nowhere near the guild, which we talked a little bit about in some of our previous Monster Hunter episodes. Your connection to the guild is just the guild members that are on this expedition with you. And now there's all these new monsters that no one's ever seen before, but you're interacting with locals who are telling you about them, and they have names for them that kind of map onto what they do. Like, Naudra is the Black Flame, and that's all they know him as.
In the oil well basin, as he's covered in dripping oil.
Yeah, so I'm going to imagine that this is the monster that shows up when there is inclemency. But when you find him or fight him, there's inclement weather where everything catches on fire. Possibly him. Do you want to go ahead and interject with your little, what I know you're going to say?
Yeah, so we never got there when we played Gen. I don't even know how much of Gen you played, but I know it's one of the final fights in there that I've probably talked about when talking about Wilds before. As you said, this guy looks like he has 8 legs. He looks like a bit of a squid boy. And in my mind, that means he's a cephalopod. And probably genuinely little-known monster to a lot of, at least people that have come up through Worlds, like most of our friends. A monster that I've talked about for a long time, Nakarkos, also happens to be a cephalopod, who was a big squid boy that covered himself in bone of fallen monsters, and, or I say fallen, probably, killed by him. And he was like one of the big final fights of Gen. And if we're getting one guy, I don't see a reason. I mean, I can see a lot of reasons why they wouldn't bring him back, but like, I think that'd be really cool to finally be able to go and fight the monster I've been talking about forever without having to play a somewhat dated Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, so
Nakarkos would be a very cool fight. I've watched it a couple times, just like playthroughs of it.
The thing that I want to bring up is Nakarkos is an Elder Dragon, but his model is very close to this thing. Big, like, articulating tail and kind of limbs like that. I think if they've already got the model all animated and stuff, why couldn't they put Nakarkos in there?
Exactly.
I think it would be a slam dunk, personally.
Oh, for sure. If they don't have him in the base game, I would be floored if he didn't come in a DLC.
Yeah, we've already kind of gotten hints that there's at least one expansion to the game.
I mean, almost all of them have since Rise.
Yeah.
All of them for sure have since Rise. We just
since World is I think what you
mean. Since World. I mean, we didn't, and even before World, we didn't have DLC, but we had try you for you Gen Cross, whatever the second version. Like, we just had a second version that added more shit instead of a DLC.
Yeah, it was the base game would go up to usually high rank, sometimes master rank, and then I think it was just high rank actually. And
most of the time it was high rank, and then
expansion game
G rank
would be
which
G
was
rank,
old master rank.
Yeah, exactly. But now let's talk about the Ice Shard Cliffs.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Fun. I hadn't seen him yet. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the possibility in Nakarkos.
We don't know much about this place. It just says on the website. It just says a frigid land swept with snowy blizzards. So, drought, plenty, inclemency. Don't know anything. But do you know 2 monsters that are going to be there? One of them is Hirabami. Is how I'm going to say it. Hirabami.
Yeah, Hyra.
Hyra, yeah. So this is a Leviathan.
It's just Somnicanth again.
And it kind of looks like Somnicanth, but its tail has, like...
Very different.
Kind of... This can sound weird. It kind of reminds me of, like, a lobster tail. Except...
No, I get that.
Instead of fins, it has, like, pincers.
Yeah.
So, we might see a Shogun Centaur kind of thing, where from Rise, where it inflicts a bleed. That.
Oh, that's fine.
But yeah, so I guess it around its neck, it can catch wind, which might kind of give us an implication as to what an inclement weather looks like inclement weather looks like in this zone, excuse me. Maybe blizzard. It seems like a very obvious choice.
As long as it doesn't give us a fucking oh god, the wind effect from
Coral Highlands?
No, from Kashala.
Oh, yeah.
If that gives us a wind effect from Kashala, I will go there for exactly as many hunts as it's required in this story.
But I think it actually might fight a little bit more like what was the big fluffy white guy, Panamumu or something like that?
Oh, you think of Palomu? I was thinking kind of an Armaldrin. The kind of like the head is kind of like a King Cobra style, which kind of gives me that vibe a little bit.
Yeah, it's the main reason is I think because of the sentence that the wind catching membrane allows it to float. I think a good
that makes sense.
A good deal of the fight might be trying to knock it out of the air, which is good because now we can switch to a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
So great swords can stop crying.
True. It was rough out here.
Do you see this next creature?
Yeah, he's interesting in the flavor text makes me scared and excited.
We've gotten 3 of these monsters now, where it is just simply nothing is known about them.
Maybe like one of the tribes has a legend about them, but this one is literally just, how can a creature be that big?
So we're talking about the creature Jin Dahad, and he kind of has the look of a Legiacris, but instead of scales, it's like bone
and ice spikes.
Yeah, very cool looking, very very large. Like honestly, he's
it's hard to get scale from like
the pictures, but
like,
you
can
big tell
guy. Even on just how they've scaled the other pictures for these monsters.
The biggest thing that I want to highlight in the art, besides like the bone kind of exoskeleton, is the skin. The actual flesh that you can see is kind of stretched and like strained, kind of sinewy. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, kind of like a White Walker from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. It might be way too soon to make this kind of claim, but I think it'd be really cool if he did do something with dead monsters in the area, or like bone piles or something like that. We saw that a little bit in World, right? There was a guy that would roll around in
Yeah,
bones.
Rabadon.
Yeah.
Was he not in other games? Am I just crazy?
He's just in
Oh,
bones.
wow. Radaban, not Rabadon. That's something that's from some other IP.
But yeah, that's. I mean, all we know about the Ice Shard Cliffs is that there's two monsters, and one of them looks absolutely terrifying.
Well, I will say one other thing. If you go through the pictures in the Ice Shard Cliffs,
Is
we see a lot of webs.
Yeah.
We see webs and things hanging from webs.
Yes.
And I think we'll probably talk about it in the returning monsters, but I've been bitching that World had no monster variety for ages, and clearly they're getting out of that. And the thing I've mainly been bitching about, other than give me my amphibians back, Capcom, you cowards, is more importantly, give me my insects back. Insects were, in my opinion, some of the most fun monsters a lot of the
Certainly
time.
the most
interesting and unique. Yeah. Maybe not the most fun fights every single time, but they were the most interesting. So, seeing that we're going to be getting those back more and getting some new ones is very exciting to me.
So, we already got the new spider.
Yup.
And it has been confirmed that Nersilla's coming back. Which
is an old OG favorite from our 4U days.
Yeah, the armor was just so cool. The fight was really cool. The locale where you fought it was completely unique to every other monster.
Nathan would go in and sleep bomb it and say, hey, just stand outside for 2 minutes, and the three of us would stand there and we'd just see quest complete.
Yeah.
Go, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember that. Some other returning monsters that we have, some favorites, some certainly not. Rathian, obviously.
Shocking.
We saw Rathalos.
It's honestly a fuck you that they even put it on this page.
Yeah, I know.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Wow, we get Rathian and Rathalos. That would be a whole page on its own. Rathian not returning. Like, what the fuck?
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. That'd be the biggest reveal in the game if those two monsters weren't there.
Next we have Congalala from
also for you, unless he was
Freedom
there before
Unite. He was in Freedom Unite.
Okay, he was in way before for you. Okay.
Yeah. For you had almost every monster that had been released in that game. That's why people love For You to this day, is they get to fight everything.
Everything. Makes sense.
Yan Kutku, everybody's favorite chicken.
It's just a bird.
Yeah.
One of the other birds.
Everybody's favorite bird, though. Maybe not everybody's favorite. Gravios, big rock dragon.
That puts you to sleep and does fire.
Yeah. Puts you to sleep, explodes in fire. Is he the one with the hyper beam, or is that Basarios? I think they both have one.
Both have one.
Yeah, they both have one.
Both do.
One hit KO.
That one's, it's
get
fine.
ready. You're gonna get put to sleep and then fucking Kamehameha.
Yup.
And
then we have Gormagala, because I'm putting off the last one. I hate it so much.
I was saving him for last.
Oh, good. Gormagala, I think, is one of both of our favorites. He was the For You flagship. I still think in Sunbreak he was a fantastic fight. Gormagala is just a cool fucking monster.
So cool.
This one always been one of my favorites. At the last Gen Con, I got a nice Pokemon card of Gormagala with some cool art.
That's cool.
He's a good boy.
I love his wings.
Fucking terrifying. His wings are so cool. The wings with the hands.
Yeah, and like when you fight him, the like fur on them like ripples. It's very cool. Last but not least,
I think unironically maybe one of my least favorite monsters that I've ever fought.
I have to put up some love for my boy, because this is what all of my characters' hairstyle comes from. It's Gypseros.
Yay. Probably, like, at least top 3 least favorite fights.
So
Maybe 4 if you count all 3 of the fucking Piscean wyverns.
Tetsuyaku is like everything Gypceros could have been.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Reasonable, helpful. Honestly, after you hunt him a couple times, he just becomes like a straight up homie.
He might as well be a random fucking endemic life at that point.
Yeah,
after you kill him like twice.
He's a bro.
Yeah.
Gypceros is not that.
An asshole. Gypceros is an asshole.
You know, in Monster Hunter, the core gameplay loop is learning a monster's moves, learning to dodge them, and then beating on the monster when it's not attacking you.
Yeah.
Just Gypceros, in more ways than one, will throw a change up when you're expecting a fastball.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're expecting a change up, you get a curveball. And then when you think you've already walked or struck out, here comes another pitch at your head. And I don't want to get too far into it because I know a lot of our friends haven't
I was
ever
just going to say,
guy.
yeah, we probably shouldn't do the big reveal, but the thing that we're actually bitching about is, as Tyler implied, he has one of his big horns does a big flash attack that stuns you, which is just like, I get it, it's a good mechanic, but like it just sucks. And then
to be able
as
to
he stuns you, he also poisons you, and I think maybe the basic, probably not the normal version, but certainly whatever his alternate version was,
purple?
toxics you. Yeah, I think so. But it definitely poisoned, and then I think the higher level one toxiced you. So the combination of stun and toxic is, god awful, as is stun and poison. And yeah, he was in for you, I think my least favorite fight. Again, at least top 3. I can't think of any other monsters that have pissed me off quite as much as Gypceros, outside of ones that are just like genuinely difficult fights, because he's not hard, he's just so incredibly fucking annoying. That's the only issue. I don't mind a hard fight. I'm still a fucking Monster Hunter and Dark Souls player. Like, a hard fight that is winnable is fine. There's no issue with that. But one that's just fucking annoying is the goddamn worst. I am not happy to see him returning.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I think it's funny.
It is funny. I just hate it.
You're going to have to fight him one time. And you probably won't have to do it for an urgent or anything. You'll probably have to fight him one time just so that you can complete all of, like, the 2-star missions.
Yeah, for real. And as long as his gear is still shit, it's fine.
Oh, man, I hope they make it a great sword set somehow.
A poison great sword set?
He is a hammer.
Hammer set, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say
I
probably
think he's a hammer set, if I remember correctly.
Either in the horn or the tail.
Also, he's also from... Wow, I'm losing my voice. What the fuck? He's also from Freedom Unite. Was his first introduction. So my first game had everybody's least favorite monster in it. But yeah, I mean that's all I want to go into. I don't want to divulge too much into the story and like characters that we've seen so far, and kind of what they all are. I will just say that everybody's freaking out over Gem Up when obviously Alma is bae.
Just because you're not into muscle mommies, it's fine.
Oh, I'm into muscle mommies. I'm into muscle mommies.
Give me the reveal that Gemma was Little Miss Forge, and
that'd be crazy.
I'll be
that
happy.
Actually goes so crazy.
That would be
also,
so good.
She's not super buff.
No, she's not. She's just the blacksmith, probably, or for sure. I don't remember anymore at this point. God, the Little Miss Forge reveal goes so hard. I don't know what timelines are. I don't know if timelines in terms of like literal years actually like exist within the Monster Hunter world.
Who
Like,
knows?
if that timeline lines up, it would be fucking crazy. But speaking of the characters, that leads into my first question, because I just got a handful of general ones. And the first one is, will the story be good? And even if it is, do you think we'll care? And I mean the collective we of Monster Hunter players, because let's be honest, I don't think they were, but the stories of the old games could have been good, just no one fucking read them because they didn't matter. You know, I'm sure people did, but like they could have been good stories and like had good writing. I genuinely don't fucking know. So even if it's a good story, do you think people will care?
Okay, here's what I'll say. Me and you.
Yeah.
I at least plan on giving the story a good try.
As do I. I for sure do.
I will say, anybody that played games before Worlds will know that if you wanted story, you had to look for it.
Correct.
Worlds gave us cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
Worlds implemented
but they
storytelling with the general gameplay, with the scout flies and tracking and everything. Rise got back to old Monster Hunter roots and sped up gameplay. It was supposed to be a mobile game, but they released it on Switch, which is like the least handheld that there is.
Correct.
So we'll just say that. So for all of our friends that started playing in World, I think they're gonna love the story.
I hope we do too. I hope it's good. I hope it's actually fucking engaging. I know that we have skippable cutscenes. I hope I don't want to skip them.
Me too. But I do know that
it's so secondary.
As a person that only plays one weapon, you would also agree that pretty much we are going to get to a point where we have a set, and the next progression in the game is to beat the game, so that we can start getting to end game sets.
Yeah.
And at that point, it kind of feels like the story gets in the way.
The story is slowing me down.
Yeah.
It's literally slowing me down from doing the thing I want to be doing.
Yeah. So
it has to be... That's kind of where I'm at. Like, even like a decently good story, I think, at least for us two, isn't going to be enough. I think it has to be a genuinely good story that makes me care enough to not go, I'm going to skip this. And I know playing with our friends, at least a couple of them will certainly be consuming every bit of it. So if we're not trying to literally start hunts without them, we might as well watch them theoretically. But yeah, I hope it's good. I hope I care. I just don't have the highest hope. But I want to be proven wrong. I want to be wrong in that that's actually going to be good.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any apprehension about launch day of this game? Not in terms of everything working without a hitch or the servers working, because everybody knows that's not going to happen. More so many of our friends got brought on to Monster Hunter when Worlds came out.
Yeah.
That it's like, I do want to play with all of our friends.
But you also just like cruising through solo a little bit, or doing like duos and shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I want to get somebody else.
We duoed it for like a full weekend, and
we played an entire weekend, beat the base game so that we could get into the high rank, and then we beat high rank.
Correct.
So it's like
we both play Monster Hunter the same, so we know the two of us can just fucking cruise through.
But I do want to play with all my friends, and I have like 12 friends that are all gonna want to be playing at the same time. And it's like
there's always going
I
to
want
be
to play with everybody, but if it's like I don't know, the first monster. None of our friends play Lance, so I'll just say the Banharbor, I think is what it is. Don't quote me. Let me pull it up. Balahara, sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck, Tyler, come on. If the Balahara has like a pretty good lance set, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So if one of our friends plays Lance, they're gonna want to grind Balahara to get a lance set. And while that's happening, I'm gonna be like, great, I'm kind of stuck with the first gun lance that we get, so I'm just gonna kind of progress the story to get new hunts and get to the things that I can get a better gun lance.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of people at a lot of different points.
Yeah. And what sucks about that is I don't want to
leave people behind.
I don't want to leave people behind, and I don't want to drag people forward. And I certainly don't want to take away from people's ability to play the game that they want to. So I think what's going to happen is me and you and Nathan
realistically
might just beat the game in the first weekend.
Yeah, and then come back to everyone else and go, okay, what are we hunting?
Yeah, what are we hunting? We'll scale our equipment. And
yeah, exactly.
It would still be fun.
Absolutely. I think we're going to have a lot of breakout groups for people.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, to answer your base question of this, my only apprehension is that I'm kind of really still on Monster Hunter burnout. As I've talked about, as both of us do, I think. You go really, really hard on Monster Hunter. I think we might actually be the only two people in our friend group that like kind of go this way. It seems like everyone else sticks with it a lot better than us. Both of us grind the fuck out of it for like 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. And then we go, oh, look at my wrist. I'm good on Monster Hunter for the next like 8 to 9 months. It's kind of the same as like a RuneScape burnout for me, where I go, oh, I've done my stint. I did my nickel. Get me out of here. And the last time I played, we played Rise, but when I played World was when we brought all of our friends in, and the majority of my time before I started burning was bringing 3 people up through up to high rank.
Up to master rank, right?
Or up to master rank, up through high rank.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of burned by the time we hit master rank, and I'm still kind of there. Like, I'm obviously going to play it, and I'm sure it'll get me back into it. But, like, I'm just still on a little bit of Monster Hunter burnout. I do not have the same energy that everyone else has for it currently.
Do you think that's because we're so devoted to our crafts, you Gunlance and... No, me Gunlance and you Greatsword?
What do you mean by that?
Well, so...
What are you implying with that statement? I'm not sure
I can only imagine Greatsword gameplay is incredibly stale. I would never say that about the Gunlance, but Greatsword seems...
No, you're
I
right.
position myself correctly and hit them for massive amounts of damage, and that's all I do.
Correct. There's a reason that I switched over to also playing
heavy
ranged weapons. Heavy bowgun, unfortunately, does fall into genuinely the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't is bow, and I did play a lot of bow in Worlds. So I got out of that a little bit. I don't know. I don't think it's the weapon loop. I think it's just the overall gameplay loop. Of like, it's different. Like, obviously, every fight is different, to a main degree. There was a lot of... I was just bitching about it with Nick. There's a lot of same in World. Rise, if nothing else, had a lot more variety. The fights felt a lot different, where in World there was a lot of like, oh, look, it's another fucking brute wyvern. Oh, he flies up and shoots a thing at you and lands.
Well,
and
a brute wyvern wouldn't do that, Ian. If you paid attention when I went through the classifications,
I
brute
know, I
wyverns
did the wrong
don't
one.
fly.
They do not.
Bastard.
They do not. But there was a lot of sameness in that. I think it's just one of those games. I always have, like, a grind game, like I said, with RuneScape, where I
Yeah.
go really, really hard. I can kind of zone out and not really think about what I'm doing at a certain point. And, like, that just kind of lasts so long for me, no matter what that game is. If it's not, like, you know, a direct RPG or a direct story game, like, when the gameplay loop, no matter how good it is essentially the same. The gameplay loop of Monster Hunter is gear up, kill monster until you get new gear to kill new monster, and it is the same gameplay loop, even if the fights are different. I think eventually my brain just goes, this is good, I love it, but I've had enough for now.
Yeah.
And then I don't need to scratch that itch for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, and I am hopeful for this game. We've already seen a ton of new monsters,
And they look great.
I'm
really excited for
them. We know we're going to get, I think, more new monsters, too.
Yeah, that's the goal. This, like we've said, this is just going to be World 2, but it's called Wilds. They went, oh, we have the engine and it works now. Let's make everything work now.
Well, actually, I talked about this a little bit. This engine that they're coming off of is the Resident Evil engine, which was tested in Rise. So this is an expansion on the world.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, they wanted to take the scale of world and then bring the engine up to match what they were going for. Not that I think world looked bad or anything like that.
No, world was fantastic.
Yeah, it's just
they had like 6 frames.
Yeah.
To play with, and that was it. Or it felt like it, you know. I haven't been number, but like that's what it felt like to me most of the time. Where it was like, okay, a lot of these monsters are very similar, even if the fight and like the style is different. A lot of them felt very similar.
Yeah.
Where I didn't feel that in the other games that I've played as much.
I think what is going to set this game apart. Let me rephrase. What I hope sets this game apart is the uniqueness of these new monsters. The old monsters are going to be here. You gotta have them because releasing...
Because you have to have them. It'd be really weird if they weren't there.
A full new roster of monsters would feel a little alien and also a huge task. That. Yeah, that'd be a huge task for the dev team. The new monsters all seem to be completely new. I don't see...
Nothing that we've seen looks... I mean, you know, we've been drawing comparisons, but nothing genuinely I would look at it and go, this looks like something we've seen before. Other than, like, a spider is a spider is a spider, but even then, they still look... I can look at the picture of whatever the spider is called and go, okay, that doesn't look like Nursula, it doesn't look like whatever the fuck the one in Rise was, or in Sunbreak, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like that. Like, it looks different. It looks like it's going to be a different style of fight, and, like, that's cool. I'm here for that.
Why can I not think of the Thunder Monkey?
The Thunder Monkey?
Rajang?
Rajang?
Yes. Yeah. A Jarakan is probably a Rajang clone.
I was thinking a Grand Golem clone, but yeah, I see that as well.
No, Grand Golem is too unique for what he's doing. I don't think... Maybe. That'd be fucking sick if it was, because that was a cool fight, too.
That was a cool fight. That was a really good fight.
Yeah, I think he's a Rajang clone.
That'll be interesting to have a variation of that.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
But what I think is most important is... with a lot of these monsters, they're going to interact with the environment in a way that has never happened before in these games.
It's going to matter.
So, like, we might see Gore Magala do something crazy with the environment.
If there's multiple monsters, if he, like, actually frenzies them and turns them against you or against each other, that might actually be more of a thing instead of just like a story beat.
Yeah, right. Like, it could feel like an entirely different fight. Was it Priscilla? It had to have been Priscilla. That had like a Gypceros in its den right? I feel like I distinctly remember like
there was something.
a
There
dead
was
Gypceros
something
being
that had
like
that, yeah.
part of that. It could be cool to see them have like a turf war.
Yeah.
And oh, did I ever bring up turf wars are back?
I was gonna say I assumed that when you said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember for sure. Makes sense. That would be a weird thing to take out. Turf wars were just cool. It'd be like that'd just be strange if we lost that. I think.
Right. So we're gonna have the monsters interacting with monsters like we did in World, and now monsters interacting with the environment to a degree that we haven't seen before. Not just
Which,
climbing
to be fair,
around it,
is
like changing
it.
it.
Yeah.
Like when I fought Ray Dow, he shot an electric laser beam at me. I got clapped, and then the grass around me was on fire, and I died to the fire damage from standing in it.
That's cool.
So it's like
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's like I'm really excited to die and cart a whole fucking bunch in this new game.
Yeah,
which is such a weird thing to say, but like
learning the new ways to die is fun.
Just get presented with such a challenge where it's not just like, yeah, this thing hits hard and it always hits hard. It's like this thing hits hard, and
if you're
not even sure what just hit you so hard and why it hit you so hard.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I just cannot wait. And seeing a little bit of what some of these monsters look like and stuff, it's still way too early to tell
but
what's gonna happen. But here's what I can say. Title update in the spring, so a couple months after the game's out, we get Mizitsune. And this summer, we get another title update to give us an additional monster. And
unknown, I assume?
Unknown right now. Yeah, unknown right now. So, as things stand...
comes back. Don't give us Gameth. Please don't give us Gameth.
He needs to.
He's
the only one. He's the only one.
He stayed in Gen for a reason. It's fine.
I will not accept Gameth slander.
You should. You should accept Gameth slander.
For those of you that don't know, there's 3 editions to buy. Standard edition is the game. Deluxe edition gives you cosmetics, and then the premium deluxe gives you cosmetics. I think additional layered armor, which is cosmetics. Might get like starting resources.
Gross. Hate that.
Maybe, but
I mean, whatever.
I think maybe I've read if you play the DLC, you get that.
Interesting.
As it's nothing. It's like 100 well cooked meat and like.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Like maybe some gun or some barrel bombs.
Yeah, alright, that's whatever. That's
nothing crazy like a bunch of iron or malachite or anything like that. So,
all right, I'm gonna rapid fire some questions at you, and then I have 2 that might be a little bit longer.
Okay, let's go.
So first, you might actually be able to answer this just because I didn't play the beta. Do we have hot and cold drinks, or do they actually love us still?
The region that we were in, you did not need them.
It wasn't necessary? Okay.
So I don't know.
Do you think we will have them? I hope
God,
not,
I
obviously,
hope not.
By the way I just phrased that by do they love us still? That was the best part of World. One of the best parts of World, just quality of life, having it not fucking matter at all.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll actually finally get funny weapons again? They went really serious, and it kind of sucked. They don't have a fucking revolver hammer and bullshit like that anymore. Like, we got some kind of quirky stuff, I feel like, in Rise.
In Rise, you got
like,
some
nothing
quirky stuff.
Crazy.
You got, like, origami great swords and switch axes. The best gun lance for a while, maybe still, is the fully upgraded corn gun lance for wide shelling.
Fuck! Oh, I forgot about the fucking corn lance. Never mind.
Corn on the cob.
Rise did better.
I hope Rise kind of got again. We love those. Those are fun. I get why World didn't do it.
Correct. I'm not that upset, but like it was kind of sad that we didn't get them.
Yeah.
There. Do you think we'll see White Fatalis?
No.
You don't think we'll see a White Fatalis?
No.
Do you think we'll see a Fatalis variation? How about that?
No.
No, really interesting.
I don't think so. Not in the base game. I don't think so.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, if we're just talking about base game,
Fatalis,
right about that.
Crimson Fatalis, and White Fatalis. All of the fights take place in the same location.
Mm-hmm.
Even in World, right?
Yeah, they.
Outside.
We only got Fatalis in it, but
guiding hands. Can you fight him in the guiding hands?
I don't believe so, but don't quote me on it.
Okay.
I think you only fight him in trade.
Yeah.
Or the Fallen Kingdom, whatever. I don't remember if they identified it as trade or not.
I mean, it certainly is.
Yeah, I assume so. Do you think at some point in the Wilds run, we'll get a new Fatalis?
No.
No? You don't think so? In the whole run of it? You think we're still going to stick with 3 if they bring out either of the other 2?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else they could do with it,
so.
to be fair. It's young, old, and malformed.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of funny. Next one. Are Stampedes or Hordes, whatever the fuck they're called, is that going to be good or is it going to be shit? As like an event type or whatever the fuck it is. Because I feel like they always try to shoehorn in some... oh, thank God. I was going to say, I feel like they always try to shoehorn in some dumbass shit that they're like,
no, it's just...
do this too.
It's just
a thing that's there.
For specific monsters. They just kind of roll around in packs, like any pet creature would.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
The obvious example is the one that we fight in the beta, Doshiguma.
Mm-hmm.
You'll run into it. You'll have to hunt the alpha, and there's like 3 other dudes that are kind of like his posse.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And you can fight the alpha in the posse, but also they have
there's going to be others around
dung
them.
bombs. Yeah, I can't remember what the actual item is called, but there's a specific dung bomb for dealing with horde monsters to get them to go scatter across the map.
Interesting. Okay, that's not too bad. From what we had talked about before, it seemed like it was going to be like a whole fucking thing, like a rampage and shit, and I was not here for that at all.
Yeah. The ecology of some monsters is just... they are more so a horde kind of monster.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So you have Doshiguma, and then also the only one that I confirm is Balahara.
Mm-hmm.
You're likely to run into more than one of those. I think...
I would guess as the story progresses, more of them will horde up as you become stronger as well.
Possibly. I think what would be really cool, back to the Elder Dragons, is to see some big boys. Mm-hmm. And when I say this, I don't want us to be on a ship. I don't want us to be defending a wall. I want a big boy.
But we do want Jen Moran.
I want a big boy that just roams through the map and is only there for a certain amount of time. And it's just kind of a spot where you can gather resources and you can DPS check it. And if you beat the DPS that you need to, then you go into like Final Showdown Stampede, where it's like he's doing like the big thing.
I'd love to see a Dalamador just going through the fucking sand, ignoring you, because why would he even pay attention to you? Like the fucking dragons in Breath of the Wild. Just, they're so big, they don't even fucking care about you, but they're also there.
I talked about this with you in one of our episodes. The Monster Hunter Wilds, the guild logo,
you did, yeah.
is a dragon head that serpentines down into a 6, because it's 6th generation.
Yeah.
And also what we see is 5 circles. It looks like a couple of them have dragon heads, serpent heads. I don't think that means that we're going to see another full locale. But we do have 4 locales right now, tying to the circles. I think we'll probably have a fight bigger than the box art monster Arkfeld, because you always do. There's always a bigger fish.
For sure.
So, I don't know. I'm excited they have the whole world is their oyster here. So I'm excited to see what they do. I think it'll be
cool. Alright, I got 2 more for you, and I think we've kind of discussed one of these a little bit, but now that at least you've played the beta a little bit, I'm curious if your opinions changed at all. What do you think the casual meta will be in terms of weapon choices? If there is one at all, because obviously, I'm sure we've mentioned it, when you start talking about Team Darkseid bullshit, like, shit goes fucking crazy, and like that is not how a majority of people play the game, but like for where I'm going for this is I really only see 2 options. Is you have the actual weapon you use, and then in my mind you either have a hunting horn, or let's be real, probably like a ranged weapon, but probably a light bow gun. Like that to me feels like that'll be the meta I'm going to run forever, is your weapon, and then the light bowgun to apply statuses, or a hunting horn to buff and literally never use in combat. I just don't see casual weapon switching being a thing, but I didn't play the beta. Maybe I'm wrong.
I will say this. I think casual players will find the weapon that they like and never switch weapons on purpose. If they switch weapons, it's because they did a misinput. And they needed to calm the hell down. Calm the hell down. Holy shit. I need to get more sleep.
True.
I think casual players are going to stick to like their main weapon when they first start playing. The other thing I'll say is hunting horns, their buffs last such a minuscule amount of time. And the monsters are constantly on the move, because to counter the player's movement,
they have to move
They
more.
move more.
Yeah.
So your circuit is going to constantly be mounted and dismounted. I don't think you're going to really have people hunting horn, because you can't perform the hunting horn songs on the back of the circuit.
That's good.
Yes.
It sucks,
really
but like good. That's correct.
You basically get a maybe 2 like attacks from the back of the circuit, but the game is not based to be played out off the back.
Combat.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
So you could get a hunting horn buff, immediately switch weapons, and dismount, and then you get about, I don't know, maybe 60 seconds of hunting horn buff before you have to do it again.
Yeah, it's pretty short if you're not actively using it in combat.
Yeah, and at that point you are probably, if you do get a tag up large from the hunting horn, you're probably equaling out the DPS from the
Loss
10, 15
from-
seconds that you're switching.
Makes sense.
So I don't think it's going
That's
to be a
fair.
huge thing. But I did find great success in light bow gun, statusing the monster, switching to a gun lance, get poison on them, drop them in a pitfall, para them. If you don't know what that does, they sit still for the duration of the paralysis.
It's just a big stun where they don't
Yeah,
move.
they literally do not move.
Yeah.
So if you need a head break or something like that, you have somebody set up a pitfall
Stun
trap,
them.
get the para built up, and then as they fall in, finish the para off. Sleep bombing is going to be something that I do regularly on every hunt if I can.
Correct. It's just going to be a default.
Yeah. And
Instead of having
which
to
is
I'm
great. I
running a
love sleep
weapon.
bombing. I love sleep bombing.
It's the best part of the game.
So I don't mind that at all. I really don't see the point. This is so pessimistic of me, but I don't see the point in running like your main weapon being
Two
a great
melee
sword
weapons.
and then your other weapon being a hammer for the head breaks.
Exactly. That's kind of where I'm at.
It's just like
the only I could
if you're
see
a hammer player, you're not going for tails. You don't need them for
Right.
your build.
right. Exactly.
So
The biggest thing I would see is for certain weapons having two of the same weapon type for different elements. I could see that maybe being a thing.
yep.
Especially with
that.
multiple things in a hunt. Like, I could see having...
Dual blades.
obviously, I won't be, because I'm a fucking greatsword player.
Yeah.
And as funny as sleep greatswords are, the element doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, exactly. Dual blades, you might have a bit of a change up in the meta, where maybe now you can run para dual blades or sleep dual
Right.
blades,
And then, like, your
actual elemental dual blade.
yeah.
I could see the same with sword and shield.
Yep.
Poison, para, sleep, any of those two on a rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what else really benefits from those unique statuses. Maybe longsword? Not so much sleep,
I don't know how to fucking play longsword. I don't know.
but certainly paralysis
refuse.
and poison.
And certainly stunning your fucking fellow hunters.
Yeah. Bow is sick, so I might be rocking a
having
bow on
different
my
bows.
back at the same
Yeah.
time, because I played...
Bows are fun.
Of all the beta that I played, which is probably about 8 hours, probably half of it was gun lance. I hunted everything that I could with the gun lance,
Of course.
and then I tried different weapons. Bow was one of the ones that I tried, and bow is very cool.
Bow's a fun weapon. I've always liked bow. So I've always liked bow since I've been able to aim not on a 3DS.
Yeah, and bow is going to be more skill based.
Yeah.
They have the distinct dodge time, where it completely refills your stamina bar if you pull it off.
That's crazy.
And it's
That
like,
just makes it so bow doesn't feel bad before you have not demon fucking whatever.
yeah,
stamina
exactly.
item it is.
Yeah, dash juice or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then the last question I have for you is: do you think this will be a good starter Monster Hunter game for new players? Because I'd argue that it's
No.
that's kind of where I'm at.
I'm
I'd argue that
leaning
Rise
so
is a
hard into
better
no.
starter game than World.
Yeah,
As-
Rise
as
absolutely
My
is.
partner tried playing Monster Hunter World and went, I don't get this game. It fucking sucks. It doesn't make any sense. They don't tell you anything at all. And we've said for a long time that Monster Hunter is a game that almost everyone we know who isn't named Nick did not start playing Monster Hunter on their own. It's a game that the learning curve is so fucking high that you almost need to be brought in by someone. And as much as it's a little biased, because obviously we've played Monster Hunter for multiple generations now, I would say that Rise didn't feel that way. Rise felt so much more streamlined, if nothing else, than in the speed of how many times have you heard someone that's new to Monster Hunter go, well, yeah, I was doing good, and then 10 minutes into a fight, I just stopped doing any damage whatsoever because they never tell you to fucking sharpen.
Yeah.
Where in Rise, the fights were so quick that if you were decently good, you could probably, like, it would still be tough, especially at the beginning, but, like, there's a decent possibility that you could kill certain things without having to sharpen, and you wouldn't really notice that drop off, where, like, it was fast enough that I think it would keep new players in, because, like, I'll still kind of argue that I prefer the arcadey feel to the slowness of World, where I think I might be, like, the only one of our friends that opinion.
I certainly agree with you. I play more Rise than World. But
yeah, the two of us are the only ones that agree with that, where everyone else is like, I like the slow, methodical pace of, like, having that, but, like, I don't know, it's kind of fun to do, like, 10 fights in an hour instead of,
2.
I don't know, 3, 4, maybe. Like, I don't know, it's the same, you won't agree with this, but it's the same reason that I can't get into games like League, and that's a very bold statement, but, like, you can't start a hunt in Worlds and go, like, oh, I have to be somewhere in a half an hour?
I got time
yeah,
for
let me
a
throw
hunt.
up an Elder Dragon fight. Like, you can't do that, where, like, you kind of could in Rise, and I think speed is going to be a big thing for that, and I think the game is going to be great regardless. But yeah, I think it sounds like we're kind of on the same page that if you have people to play with, obviously, like, it'll be a good game, and, like, it'll be a good game even if you won't, but, like, the learning curve is going to be high for this to, like, really get into it, it sounds like.
The biggest thing that'll turn new players off is they leave the camp. And now they have left the camp, and there is 6 or 7 large monsters on the map.
Yeah.
And if you attack one, you start a hunt. And then if you attack another, you begin another hunt. It's that open world thing.
That's how it works. Okay.
Yeah, where
interesting.
I feel like they're going to not really understand how to progress. So I'm interested to see how Capcom pulls that off in the beginning. Because with the open beta, you did the first mission, and then the rest of the open beta is that part of the game where you just walk outside of the base camp after
and just go
setting up, and you just go. And it's like every once in a while you get a little pop-up for like 3 seconds that says, hey, you can eat another meal.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, I mean,
that's gonna be something that I need to train myself to do. So
yeah, I feel like you might agree with me in saying that at this point in time, Monster Hunter is a game that's for the fans already. Like, obviously every new generation is going to bring in new people. Like, if it didn't, they'd still make it even if it didn't. They have a pretty diehard fucking fan base. But, like, I think it's kind of like a Dark Soulsy of, like, we know our audience is going to enjoy it, and we don't necessarily need to be bringing in thousands of new players. Like, we know that the people that are going to play our game are going to fucking stick around. It's not really a question anymore unless they, like, fuck up wildly.
Yeah.
Like, actually somehow destroy the flow of what a Monster Hunter game feels like.
Yeah.
Which I don't see them doing. And from what you guys have talked about in the open beta, it doesn't sound like they did. That's, like, the only thing that I could see them do that would make them actively lose their player base. I think the people that are here are fucking here to stay. But so, like, I'm not worried that it won't be good for new players. But, like, I don't know, just something to consider a little bit of, like, the last game I think maybe did bring a bit of a new crop of players in a little bit, and I'm curious if it'll hold it and bring in new people. Because I feel like if this game does as well as we think it will, it's going to be talked about with, like, Elden Ring, BG3, of, like, game quality of people going, oh, no one's shutting the fuck up about this game.
Yeah.
Do I go and fucking play it? And like BG3 was gonna, it took some people time, but like that onboarded a bunch of people to like turn-based combat games and RPGs on whole, where in like Elden Ring even brought in like a lot of people that like aren't Souls players because it isn't as streamlined and like you could go like it's hard but you can go get broken and it doesn't feel as bad even though it's still like a really hard game. Maybe not comparatively to the other games, but that's a whole different fucking episode. But like that brought in a whole new wave of people to FromSoft. That brought in a whole new wave of people to Larian. We're seeing a lot of games like that right now, and I'm very curious if Rise will be, or if Wilds will be one of them. And I don't think it will be, which is fine. There's absolutely no issue with that.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't think it will be.
I think that this game for them was Worlds. Just absolutely it was. Like,
yeah.
All of a sudden you have this beautiful game with vibrant ecosystems and massive monsters. And now they're keeping the monsters, but the world is no longer vibrant. I mean, it changes. The environment does, but remember, one of the stages is drought, where everything looks dead, everything looks barren. It's going to feel empty. And I think that's not going to attract as many people as, holy shit, look at this massive tree. There's coral above the ground. Oh my god.
As much as the Coral Highlands sucks, it is not like fun to navigate. Like, it's fucking gorgeous. Like, it absolutely is without question. Where
all of the maps,
if the visuals
worlds
are, people in.
I just think the map layout was like absolutely atrocious.
I think most of them were fine, but some of the ones that were bad were bad. I think they did a little too much with verticality, maybe. I'd give you that. I would give you that they did too much with verticality with not enough vertical movement options.
Too much verticality immediately.
I think if all of the maps... I think if you just had wire bugs, world is fine for verticality.
Yeah,
you just need upward movement. There's too much climbing.
I love
and like obviously bugs. That's comparing fucking apples to oranges. Yeah. And yeah, I do too. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I'm gonna miss my wire bugs for sure. Those were a fun addition, especially as a great sword main. That's like, it's like everything I wanted. It was fucking aerial style from Gen, but better.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm glad we're not seeing fucking Hunter arts either. Those were quirky and fun, but I'm glad those are gone. I'm not glad to see wire bugs gone.
So,
but yeah, I think that's kind of all we're gonna hear about Wilds until all of us sink like 3 fucking full weeks into it, and then we'll obviously come back with our thoughts on everything. But
yeah, and
we're excited for it as much as I doomed a little bit. I'm obviously still excited for it. I just need to beat this burnout phase that I'm in a little bit.
Yeah, and also get ahead of the excitement and temper yourself a little bit.
That too. That is certainly a part of it.
I do want to maybe tease what I've been working on in the background.
Okay.
You may have noticed that this episode seemed significantly less scripted and we were looking things up. That's because it was.
It was because it was, yeah.
I've been working on a different script for something new for us.
Okay.
And Ian, you and I have talked about this. But for the majority of the last 5 years, most of my time spent thinking about the nerdy topics near and dear to us have been Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And Magic the Gathering.
Okay, maybe this isn't going quite where I thought it was. Okay, I'm interested.
And I'm not going to be talking about Pathfinder, because that came out way too long ago. But there is a lot of things happening in Magic the Gathering right now.
Mm-hmm.
Commander has been shaken up, is a way to say it. Rules Committee's gone. New takeover by Wizards of the Coast and implementing their bracket system and all that stuff. But I don't really want to talk about that at all. And Ian and I were talking, and we kind of came up with a cool idea. I don't want to spoil the idea, so don't say anything about it. But
for a second, I thought you were going to say that you were writing up the script for the fucking Pirates campaign. That's where I thought you were going with that.
Oh God, no. God, kill me. Kill me.
We need to now. So much has changed. Speaking of fucking change.
Jesus, never. Well, I'm never gonna take it. That would be like my Pokemon tournament.
Yeah, it really would. I was too high for too much of the campaign to remember it and write a coherent script.
I don't think any of us remember the same things.
The bird's name was Aesra.
Yeah, I know what bird you're talking about. That's about it.
God, yep. But yeah, Tyler's been working on something in the background
so
that we're gonna be pulling out here.
Be on the lookout for an announcement
in a bit. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Ian does all of the editing for the Bad Tutors. And
yeah, so I just like assigning myself work is really what it fucking comes down to.
And he recently
I like giving myself
said
homework
that he wants more editing to do.
Yeah.
And then we talked a little bit about this, and I guess for any of you that have played Magic against me, you might know one of my decks built around the card Booby Trap. And that'll be the little hint that I give you.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I definitely think that's enough. So to wrap it up, we hope you've had a great we hope you have a great rest of your week, weekend, day, whenever you happen to be listening to this episode. And now, fuck Mark Zuckerberg. You can find us on Blue Sky.
Hell
I do not have Instagram installed anymore. If you follow us there at all, we're going to be continuing to post on Spotify, and I guess the what we were posting through just got enveloped by Spotify. But for any updates for things, we're going to be on Blue Sky and YouTube if I ever get my fucking shit together. But you can find us there. And when you find us there, I will have been Ian.
And I'm always Tyler.
And look forward to some things coming out. We got some quirky, fun little ideas that we're working on, and one that's been in the work for like over a year coming up here. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't think about the time scale.
That's crazy. Right. Yeah. I mean, happy hunting, everybody that's gonna play.
Yeah, you might see us out there if we're playing solo and doing SOSs.
From February 28th until March 4th, do not reach out to me. I'll be very hard to get a hold of.
I will also be hard to get a hold of, but for vastly different reasons. Oh god, I have so much going on that weekend, I just realized. Fuck!